Almost all believers have this question, how I can overcome temptation. In fact, I would like to make a statement. If you are not having this question, probably you are not a believer. Why do I say that? Just imagine you have a small kid in your home and he's not eating food. What do? You take him to a doctor and he will say, sir, this fellow is not feeling good because he's not able to take food. He's not having hunger. Not having hunger is the sign of sickness. In the same way, not having temptations is the sign that you are spiritually not alive. If you are spiritually alive, if the Spirit of God is indwelling in you, if something against the Word of God, against the Spirit of God is attacking you, you will find an agitation. That is temptation. So basing on this, what I'm trying to say, temptation is very common for every believer. Even Jesus Christ was tempted. But the whole issue is, how can I overcome that temptation? That's what we are going to discuss now. In the Bible, the biggest chapter is Psalm 119. Psalm 119 is all about the Word of God. In that, there is one verse which really helps in this situation. It says like this, I have hidden your word in my heart so that I might not sin. What does it say? If the Word of God is inside us, we can overcome temptation. Word of God becomes like a vaccine. You remember when a child is born, he is given all kinds of shots so that it can work as a vaccination. Any kind of disease that attacks, this vaccination helps that fellow to fight it out. In the same way, if you have the Word of God inside you, any kind of temptation that comes from outside, you can attack it. Even Jesus did the same thing. When Lucifer comes to him with any kind of temptation, Jesus was always using the Word of God to overcome that temptation. So you must have the Word of God inside you to overcome the temptation. Martin Luther gives a very funny illustration. He said like this, I cannot stop birds from flying over my head, but I can definitely stop them from building a nest on my head. What does he mean? Temptations do come, but what I can stop, I will not indulge in thinking about that temptation where the temptation finally bears fruit, that means lays egg, and it will become sin. I will do that only by the help of the Word of God. I can overcome that through prayer and the Word of God. That's what Martin Luther meant. So my friend, if you're going through that kind of struggle, use the Word of God. Let the Word of God be inside your heart. Spend time in prayer. Even after listening to all of this, you may be going through struggles. If you're going through that kind of struggle, why not chat with one of our life mentors? We will definitely pray with you and we will help you and we'll give you the right counsel.